I woke up to a miracle today. Triggers stay as I find my way. No judgment to lead astray. In this peaceful state of
Okay, here we are. This is quite a moment, actually.
It really is.
We've actually reached review 5 in the course.
Yeah.
Stepping into this, it just feels significant.
Yeah, definitely significant. Welcome, everyone. We're really excited to start this exploration with you. This introduction to the review, it feels like a genuine turning point.
And the lesson we're exploring today is the very last one right before review 5 kicks off proper.
It sets the whole stage.
Exactly.
And look, as you step into this next phase yourself, if questions come up or you just want to share feedback about the lessons or, the course in general,
Please reach out.
yeah, please do. You can email us, acim@theworldharmonyproject.org, or find us over on TikTok and YouTube.
Our handle is the same on both, at the World Harmony Project.
So, standard practice for us, we're going to settle in and read the material first.
Right, find a good spot. The reading itself usually takes...
Oh.
We're famously bad at estimating this.
Yeah, don't hold us to it.
Let's ballpark it at maybe, 8 to 10 minutes-ish.
Ish is the key word. But seriously, following along with the text is probably the best way to dive into our exploration today.
Totally agree. Okay, let's take a moment, get centered, and listen to the lesson reading. We now review again.
This time we are ready to give more effort and more time to what we undertake.
We recognize we're preparing for another phase of understanding.
We would take this step completely, that we may go on again more certain, more sincere, with faith upheld more surely.
Our footsteps have not been unwavering, and doubts have made us walk uncertainly and slowly on the road this course sets forth.
But now we hasten on, for we approach a greater certainty, a firmer purpose, and a surer goal.
Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet and our holy minds be still and speak to us.
We have no words to give to you. We would but listen to your word and make it ours.
Lead our practicing as does a father lead a little child along a way he does not understand.
Yet does he follow, sure that he is safe because his Father leads the way for him.
So do we bring our practicing to you. And if we stumble, you will raise us up.
If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering.
We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back.
Quicken our footsteps now, that we may walk more certainly and quickly into you.
And we accept the word you offer us to unify our practicing, as we review the thoughts that you have given us.
This is the thought which should precede the thoughts that we review.
Each one but clarifies some aspect of this thought, or helps it be more meaningful, more personal and true, and more descriptive of the holy self we share, and now prepare to know again.
God is but love, and therefore so am I.
This self alone knows love.
This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator, understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union with its Father and itself.
And it is this that waits to meet us at the journey's ending.
Every step we take brings us a little nearer.
This review will shorten time immeasurably, if we keep in mind that this remains our goal, and as we practice it is this to which we are approaching.
Let us raise our hearts from dust to life as we remember this is promised us, and that this course was sent to open up the path of light to us and teach us, step by step, how to return to the eternal self we thought we lost.
I take the journey with you.
For I share your doubts and fears a little while, that you may come to me who recognize the road by which all fears and doubts are overcome.
We walk together.
I must understand uncertainty and pain, although I know they have no meaning.
Yet a Savior must remain with those he teaches, seeing what they see, but still retaining in his mind the way that led him out, and now will lead you out with him.
God's Son is crucified until you walk along the road with me.
My resurrection comes again each time I lead a brother safely to the place at which the journey ends and is forgot.
I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain.
I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him and looks for me.
I have forgotten no one. Help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me.
Release me as you practice once again the thoughts I brought to you from him who sees your bitter need and knows the answer God has given him.
Together we review these thoughts.
Together we devote our time and effort to them.
And together we will teach them to our brothers.
God would not have heaven incomplete. It waits for you, as I do.
I am incomplete without your part in me.
And as I am made whole, we go together to our ancient home, prepared for us before time was great. and kept unchanged by time, immaculate and safe, as it will be at last when time is done.
Let this review be then your gift to me.
For this alone I need, that you will hear the words I speak and give them to the world.
You are my voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands through which I save the world.
The self from which I call to you is but your own.
To him we go together. Take your brother's hand, for this is not a way we walk alone.
In him I walk with you, and you with me.
Our Father wills his Son be one with him.
What lives but must not then be one with you.
Let this review become a time in which we share a new experience for you, yet one as old as time and older still.
Hallowed your name, your glory undefiled forever.
And your wholeness now complete as God established it.
You are his son, completing his extension in your own.
We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusions seemed to claim the world.
And we remind the world that it is free of all illusions every time we say,
God is but love, and therefore so am I.
With this we start each day of our review.
With this we start and end each period of practice time.
And with this thought we sleep, to waken once again with these same words upon our lips, to greet another day.
No thought that we review, but we surround with it, and use the thoughts to hold it up before our minds and keep it clear in our remembrance throughout the day.
And thus, when we have finished this review, we will have recognized the words we speak are true.
Yet are the words but aids, and to be used, except at the beginning and the end of practice periods, but to recall the mind, as needed, to its purpose.
We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use.
We wait for the experience and recognize that it is only here conviction lies.
We use the words and try again to go beyond them to their meaning, which is far beyond their sound.
The sound grows dim and disappears as we approach the source of meaning.
It is here that we find rest. Wow, okay. Coming out of that reading, you really feel it, don't you? Review 5 as this like consolidation point or renewal of commitment. The lesson puts it right there, preparing for another phase of understanding.
And it asks for more effort, more time.
Yes, but what I find so striking is how it immediately acknowledges the journey so far.
Right. Our footsteps have not been unwavering.
And doubts have made us walk uncertainly and slowly. It doesn't gloss over the struggle.
No, it totally validates it. It meets you right there in the middle of the uncertainty.
That felt so real reading it. Because honestly, haven't we all felt those doubts, those shaky steps?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like the Course is saying, yeah, I get it. That happened. That's okay.
But then, almost in the same breath, it says, but now we hasten on.
Exactly. It acknowledges the past wobble, but the invitation is to step up now, with more certainty now.
And the how is so beautifully laid out in that prayer embedded right in the text.
Oh, that prayer. Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet.
And our holy minds be still and speak to us. That just hits me every time. It's that deep humility, isn't it?
Total humility. Admitting we don't have the answers. We need that guidance.
We have no words to give to you. We would but listen. It's a surrender.
A complete shift from the mind scrambling to figure it all out to just being willing to be led.
Like a child. As does a father lead a little child, trusting the path even when you don't understand it.
Yeah, that feels like the core of this next phase. Less frantic effort, maybe more allowing. This whole intro feels like it's speaking right to the heart of the student experience.
And it brings us straight to the absolute core. The bedrock of the course, really. It's right there for this review.
God is but love, and therefore so am I.
That's it. And it's presented not just as another idea, but as the fundamental truth, our real identity, ourself.
Right. It's not just something to think. It's what we are. And the lesson frames it as the meaning behind all the thoughts we're about to review.
Every single one.
Clarifying this one central fact, that our true self, the one united with the Creator, is already perfect, consistent, unchanging love.
And all the other lessons, all the practice, it's just about clearing away the stuff that hides that truth from us, removing the blocks.
Exactly. It all circles back to recognizing this perfect, unified self that we already are.
And another huge point here, which is so comforting, is that we aren't doing this alone.
Oh, definitely not. The text is so explicit. I take the journey with you, we walk together.
That presence of the guide, the I in the text, it's walking with us, understanding the doubts, the fears.
Not because that guide has fear, but because, it chose to walk alongside us, see what we see.
To show us the way out, and that support doesn't waver.
That's the reassurance, isn't it? If we stumble, you will raise us up.
If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering. We mess up, we wander off.
But we're not left behind. There's this absolute certainty that help is there.
Such a relief. And then there's how our personal journey ties into this bigger picture, the collective purpose.
Yeah, the line, my resurrection comes again each time I lead a brother safely.
I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain. Our willingness, our practice, it's not just for us.
It directly helps heal the whole sonship. We become, as it says, his voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands through which I save the world.
Wow, that gives our personal work such profound weight, in a good way.
Yeah, meaning we're not just sorting out our own stuff in isolation, we're part of completing heaven.
Which leads to that third key takeaway, the one that's maybe the most practical, but sometimes the hardest.
Experience over words. We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use.
This is so crucial. The real conviction, the knowing that God is but love and therefore so am I, doesn't just come from saying the words.
No, or just understanding it intellectual.
Right. It comes from the felt sense, the experience you get when you actually do the practice. Honestly, engage with it.
The words are just tools, aids, reminders to bring the mind back.
Gently back to its purpose. The aim is to go beyond the sound of the words.
To their meaning.
Right.
To the source itself.
Where the true rest is. And that recognition, that direct knowing, that's what this review is pointing us towards, moving deeper into that felt experience.
And when you think about applying this stuff day to day, that contrast is so real, isn't it?
Between what?
Between when God is but love feels like, just a nice idea.
Versus when it feels like the ground you're standing on.
Exactly. Yeah. And this review feels like it's about noticing that shift happening more often.
Yeah.
Recognizing the deepening connection.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like lightning bolts all the time. It can be subtle.
Totally. I had this situation at work a while back, really tense. Conflicts flying, egos bruised. My first instinct was pure defense mode.
Been there. The ego just flares up. Oh.
Yeah. Feeling attacked, wanting to justify myself, prove them wrong. Classic ego script.
Mm-hmm.
But then somehow, right in the middle of feeling all wound up, I remembered. Just paused and brought that core principle to mind.
God is but love.
And therefore, so am I. And that my true identity wasn't this defensive person. It was something else, something untouched by it all.
Did it change the situation?
Externally, not immediately, but inside. Huge shift. The anxiety drop. I could suddenly see the other person's fear behind their anger.
Ah, okay.
And I could respond differently, calmer. It felt like the principle actually landed in my experience. It clicked. Even just for that bit.
That's a perfect example of shifting your identification from the small defended self to the real self. That's the work.
Yeah, but let's be real. It doesn't always go like that.
Oh, heck no. I still have moments, plenty of them, where I am love feels a million miles away. Snap judgments about someone, instant.
Right. It's definitely an ongoing practice, which is why that line, if we stumble, you will raise us up, is just everything.
It's pure grace. We do stumble, we forget, we get caught up.
Knowing that the sure remembering is there, that will be called back gently, takes away that pressure to be perfect, allows for the correction without the self-attack.
Exactly. And linking it back to the collective thing again. That line from the guide, I am incomplete without your part in me.
So powerful.
It makes your healing feel essential, not selfish. Your peace actually contributes. It helps your brother find a way out too.
It totally reframes why we even do this practice. And honestly, having someone else on the path, someone to talk this through with.
It makes a massive difference.
Sharing the insights, the struggles, it just deepens the whole exploration, doesn't it?
Okay, let's try another practical scenario. Think about scrolling social media. We all do it.
Yep. Trigger territory sometimes.
Right. You see a post, maybe it's politics, maybe it's someone being judgmental, maybe it just pushes your buttons.
And the instant reaction, often anger, criticism, wanting to fire back a comment.
Or just stewing about how wrong they are. You identify with being offended, with your viewpoint.
You feel that urge.
Yeah.
Correct them, condemn them, mentally list their flaws.
Okay. So what if right in that moment you pause? You remember the core idea. God is but love, and therefore so am I.
And not just for you, extending it to the person who posted.
Exactly. Seeing that their true identity underneath the words, the apparent attack or ignorance, is also love.
Doesn't mean you agree with the post.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you condone harmful stuff.
Not at all. But it shifts your perception. You move from seeing an enemy or an idiot
To seeing someone who's also struggling.
Yeah.
Someone who's forgotten who they really are, just like we all do.
And that allows you to see past the illusion of separation that the conflict creates.
So instead of reacting from your own fear or judgment,
You can choose differently. Maybe you respond peacefully. Maybe you just scroll past with a sense of quiet recognition.
the inner result is totally different. Less agitation, less resentment, more peace. Recognizing that shared identity, even when outward appearances deny it. You're not a victim of their post anymore.
You become a witness to their truth and yours. So, wrapping up our exploration for today, Review 5 really feels like this powerful callback back to that one non-negotiable truth.
God is but love, and therefore so am I. It's the refrain.
And it's not just a mantra, it's presented as our actual identity, who we are at the core.
And I love how the lesson makes space for the journey we've had. It acknowledges the doubts, the times we stumbled. It validates our experience.
But right alongside that validation is this deep reassurance. Constant, unwavering divine help is here.
We're not alone in this. It's a collective path.
Yeah. And the big push, the invitation for this review period seems to be moving beyond just thinking about these truths.
They're really placing our faith in the experience of them.
That's where the conviction comes from. The real piece, it's like we're being prepared for a more grounded, deeper phase of understanding.
It's a beautiful call to, as the lesson says, raise our hearts from dust to life, remembering the promise. So, as you step into Review 5 yourself, maybe take time to notice. What does this core truth feel like for you now? How is the experience of the practice shifting things?
Thank you for joining us today. We're looking forward to the first lesson of Review 5 tomorrow.
Reviews are a great time for listener questions about the lessons in the course, so feel free to reach out.